Hello, my yogis, and happy Thursday. Whoever's with me today, just drop your name in a quick chat off on the side there so I know who's with me. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to get a little sweaty and really get those good vibes and that energy building in our body, in our system. Starting off in a standing position, but drop me your name first so I know who's with me. I've missed everybody. I like to know who's out there. It's a beautiful day today. Maybe everybody's outside enjoying the sunshine. But we're going to make some sunshine inside today. Let's come to the center of our space, standing. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's see who's with me. Hello, Cecile. Thanks for joining, girl. Let's close those eyes, standing up tall. Draw the shoulder blades together, puff the heart up toward the sky. With the eyes closed, just breathing in and sighing it all out. Again, breathing in and sigh. And one more time, all the way to the top, deep breath. And sigh it out, letting those shoulders sliding down the back of the spine, opening the heart a little bit more. Reaching the fingers toward the earth. Maybe pressing into the toes to reach that crown a little bit taller. And breathing in, breathing out through the nose. Standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Centering ourselves. Feeling that strength, that power. Bringing that energy and that focus inward. Taking another deep breath in all the way to the top. And sigh it out, bringing our hands, Anjali Mudra, at our hearts. Choosing an intention. Let it be something positive. Maybe it's to use your inner strength today. Maybe it's to build more strength, to build focus. Balance or peace, calmness, or sharing your gratitude on the mat. Whatever that might be, let's inhale. And exhale, bringing those hands up to the sky, releasing that intention and your hands up, pressing the heart toward the sky and pressing that air away, bringing the hands behind our back, fingers together, pressing those knuckles toward the earth. Roll the shoulders back and the heart toward the sky, standing up a little bit taller, then raise those hands away from that lower back. And releasing, inhale, back up, palms connect, and then rolling those wrists out on the way down. Two more this way, inhale. And reaching up to center and rolling those wrists. And one more time, inhale all the way up. And pressing that air away, this time bending the knees and inhaling up. Stretching that spine, pressing the airway back to the heart. Inhale, bending those knees as you inhale and lengthening those limbs. One more time, inhale all the way up. And press the air away, hands together in the front of your heart, and just make wrist circles here. And then press the palm away on the right and just bend those fingers back gently, stretching the fingers and the ligaments, the tendons, that carpal area, and then on the left. Back to center, shake the arms out. And we're going to start to do empty coat sleeve, just warming up that spine. Lifting the opposite heel as you come over to the side. Gentle spinal twist here. And then start reaching out a little bit further and overhead and reaching. Bringing his feet a little further apart. And reach to the right and stretch. Back to center and to the left. And stretch. And back to the right. And now this time overhead. Start waving those arms. Feeling that side body warming. Still being careful and gentle with that spine. Reaching those arms. And breathing. Inhale to center. And exhale as you reach. Inhale. And exhale. One more time each side. And over to the left, back to center. And let's tap side to side. Bringing those hands back as the feet come together. Just starting to bring that heart rate up a little bit. Warming up those hips, those ankles. And then cross the leg behind. Maybe swinging a little bit wider. Bringing those arms back, opening that heart. Warming up the shoulders. And then reach it overhead. A little bit of aerobics in our yoga today. Feeling that side body warming up. And let's go into skate mode, hopping side to side. Crossing those legs behind and pushing those hands back. We're really feeling that here in our glutes and our thighs. One more time, each side to the right and to the left and back to center. Reaching it up. And pressing the air away back to the heart. Two more times, up, reach. And feeling that warmth in your body building. One more time, all the way up. And let's fold it down. Forward fold. Bending those knees. Letting the head dangle. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen that spine. Bring those feet a little bit wider than hips distance and fold. Inhale, lift it up. Lengthen and fold and ragdoll here. Swaying gently side to side. And maybe bringing that sway outside of your shins. Getting a nice twist in that lower back, just loosening up the hamstrings, the glutes, that sacrum area. And dropping the hands down, roll it up. Roll the shoulders. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Two more times. And then up, forward, and down. Nice. And then reach it up. Little back bend. Open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips, half lift, bend the knees, and ragdoll again. Letting the head and the neck just dangle. And back to stillness. Hands on the feet. Roll it up. Roll the shoulders. One more time. Reach it up and back. Open up that heart. And then hands back overhead and to the heart. We're going to come to the top of our space. Inhale, lift it up. Open that heart. Keep opening. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, stepping back to down dog. Pressing into those palms, shoulders back. And walk your dog gently. Opening the Achilles and the calves. Letting that head dangle. And coming to stillness up onto those toes. Tailbone to the sky. Pressing those shoulders back. And lowering those heels, right foot up. Point those toes and really lengthen in both legs, lifting up and ankle circles. And reversing those circles. And lowering that foot down, left foot up. Again, lengthening in both of those legs and ankle circles. And reversing those circles. And bringing that foot back down, resetting your dog. Up onto the toes, tailbone up. And maybe bringing a little more space between your hands and your feet. And we're going to roll up. Roll that spine, staying on those toes and coming into a modified cobra. So spine waves here, pressing that heart forward. And then lifting back up into down dog. Another time, onto the toes, tailbone toward the sky, lift the belly. Round those shoulders and slowly lowering, melting down into modified cobra. Press that heart forward. And return back to down dog. Right foot up. Point those toes. Fire hydrant. Opening up that hip. And back to three-legged. Stepping it through for warrior one. Lifting up, sinking into that warrior. And warrior two. And reversing that warrior. Keep extending. Side body stretch here and into side angle. Reaching that left arm up. And roll your heart toward the sky. Reach that left arm overhead. Bicep is by the ear. Back up overhead. Windmill the hands down. Frame that front foot. Step it back to down dog. Press the shoulders back and breathe here. And side out. One more breath. And side, left foot up. Point those toes. And fire hydrant. And bringing it back to center, we're going to step it through warrior one on this side. Sinking it low. And warrior two. Reaching for opposite walls with those hands and reversing that warrior. Keep extending and into warrior two. Side angle. Reach that right arm up, heart toward the sky and extend it overhead. Back up overhead, windmill it down, frame that foot, stepping it back into down dog. So we're going to do another spine wave here. Coming up onto those toes, lift that tailbone up high. Lift the belly and then roll those shoulders. Slowly and controlled, melting down into modified cobra and pressing back into down dog and walk that dog. And coming to stillness onto the toes, crouch the dog. Lift it up and lower those heels. Onto the toes and crouch it low. Lift it up and lower the heels. One more time, crouch that dog. We're going to hop or step it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen that spine. And fold it down, arms behind the knees, grasping opposite elbows and letting that head and neck dangle. And hugging yourself in, bending the knees, hugging yourself tight. Shift your weight towards your toes, and then slowly start to straighten those legs. And hug yourself in tighter. 2 more breaths here. And release the hands on top of the feet, bend the knees, and roll it up. Roll the shoulders. 2 more times. Reach those arms up and back. And exhale to the heart. Deep breath here. Wardrobe adjustment if necessary. Top of our space, hands to the heart, reach it up. Open that heart, pausing here, feeling the front of the shoulders in that heart space opening. And then Folding down. Inhale, half lift. And fold, reverse swan. Reach it up and back. Keep inhaling. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale it up. Open that heart. And dive down. Fingertips. And fold, stepping back to down dog. I'm still warming up that body, so walk that dog. And breathing here. 2 more breaths. Then walk your hands 2 inches in towards your feet. And reach that right hand to the outside of your left ankle. Pressing into that left palm for balance. And then gazing toward the sky under your left arm. And release that right hand. Press the palm, left hand toward the outside of that right ankle. And gazing toward the ceiling under your right arm. Breathing here. 1 more breath. And release. Walking it back out to down dog. Press those shoulders back. Inhale onto the toes. Crouch that dog. Gaze between the hands. Lift it up and lower the heels. 2 more times. Onto the toes. Lift that tailbone up as you lift. Crouch that dog. And back to down dog. 1 more time. Lift that tailbone. And crouch. Lift it up and lower those heels. Right foot up to the sky. Really lengthen both legs. And ankle circles again. Working on that upper body strength here and that balance, reversing those circles. And bending that knee for fire hydrant. Opening that hip. We're going to bend that left knee and flip our dog. So tapping down that right foot. Balancing on our left hand and reaching that right arm up and overhead. Pressing those hips up, 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 up. And flip it back. Landing that right hand and reaching that right foot up to the sky. And step it through warrior 1. Sinking it low. And warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. And back to warrior 2 into side angle. Reach it up and extend it overhead. Let's add that right arm. Reaching toward the front, maybe clasping those hands together. And returning back to side angle. Right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Straighten the right leg. And roll open for triangle. Reaching the left arm overhead. Extending that triangle. And windmilling it down to frame that front foot. Tap the back foot in 2 feet for pyramid. Lift it up. Lengthen that spine and fold it down. 1 more time, lift. Lengthen and fold. And here you can stay on your fingertips. And really press the fingers into the earth, working on that forearm strength. Or you can walk your hands to face behind you if you want to come a little deeper, or even deeper, hands behind the back. Lift up, lengthen, and fold, and raise those palms up toward the sky, and working on your balance. And 1 more breath here. Release the hands, step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and fold. Reverse 1, and reach up. And back. And exhale, hands to the heart. Roll the ankles. And back to this top of our space. Reach it up. Open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, stepping back to down dog. And walking that dog. Coming to stillness, press those shoulders back. Come up onto those toes, lift that tailbone, And crouch the dog, gaze between the hands. Lift it up and press those heels 2 more times. And crouch. Lift it up and press the heels. Last time onto the toes, crouch the dog. Lift it up and press those heels. Left foot up to the sky. Really lengthen. Reach those toes up, up, up. And bend that left knee. Fire hydrant. And we're going to flip that dog, so bend the right knee deeply. Tap the left foot down. Flip over. And reach that left arm above the head, lifting those hips up. And then plant that left hand. Flip it back, left foot up. And step it through, warrior one. Sink it low. And warrior two. Let's reverse that warrior. Keep extending back to warrior two and right into side angle. Reach that right arm up, heart toward the sky. And overhead, we're going to add that left arm, squeezing that beach ball or hands together, really pressing into those feet. And coming back into side angle. Left hand to the left ankle, straighten that front leg, and roll open to triangle. So really push that right hip up to the sky. And extend the right arm overhead. Windmill it down, freeing that front foot. Tap the back foot up about 2 or 3 feet. For pyramid, inhale, half lift. Lengthen and fold, and again, you can stay on your fingertips. Walk your hands behind, toward the back foot, or clasp the hands behind your back. And balance here. And breathing. And one more breath. Release the hands, frame that front foot, step it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, bring the feet a little wider apart. And fold, ragdoll. Bend the knees. And shift your weight towards your toes. Reconnecting with your breath. And then coming to stillness, press the palms and bring your feet wider than your mat. Just a little bit wider. We're going to press that left palm and reach that right arm up. Really press into the left so you can turn 180 degrees and reach that right arm and the heart toward the sky. And once you rotate, bringing that arm behind your back and breathing here. Shift your weight more toward the left and wrap it around your back. And shift your weight towards your toes. Unwinding that arm back underneath the face. Bend the knees and let's roll it up. Roll the shoulders. Reach it up and back. And exhale, hands to the heart, heel-toed feet back into hips distance. Taking a deep breath. And sigh it out. I'm going to take a drink. You can take a drink break if you like. Back to the top of our space. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up. And open that heart, pressing those hips forward and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, press the palms, step or hop back into plank. Nice strong plank here, and holding it for 3, 2, 1. Shift forward and go through your flow, or knees, chest, chin, and meet back. And down dog. Walk that dog and reset your dog. And come to stillness. Right foot up to the sky. Point those toes. And bring that knee to your right elbow. And press it back. 2 more times. Slow and mindful movements. Squeezing the glutes as you lift that leg back up, and one more time to the elbow. Press it back and swing it through. Warrior one. And then roll up that back heel, so come up onto the ball of the foot for high lunge and really press the back of that knee up. We're going to come into high lunge knee taps. So hands to the heart as we come down, bend that back knee and lift it up. Going for 5. So reach it up. That's 3. 2 more. 4. And 5. Beautiful. Hands to heart center. Lowering that back heel. And then coming into warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. And here we're going to revolve this reverse warrior. So reaching the left hand up. Square the shoulders forward. And reach the right hand inside of that left thigh. And really extend through those left fingers to reach down further through the right. One more breath here. Right hand up and return to reverse warrior. And bringing it back to warrior 2, coming into archer. Hands, palms face out to the left. Back hand meets the front. Grabbing onto the bow and pulling that bow back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and release that hand behind you. 2 more times. Grabbing that bow, pulling it back, and release. Last one. Pull that bow back, and release again, reversing that warrior. And windmill the hands down. Roll up that back heel, stepping back to plank. And to down dog. Walk that dog. And breathing here. And coming to stillness, left foot up to the sky. Pointing those toes. And let's bend that knee and bring it to that left elbow. Press it back. 2 more times. And press. Last one. Press it back, really extend. And then swing it through for warrior 1. Dropping that back heel. Lift it up. And sink it low. And then flipping up that back heel. So really pressing the back of your right knee toward the sky. Hands to the heart, bend that back knee. And lift it up. 2 more times. Actually, 3 more times. So 2 more. You got this. And 1 more. Lift it up. Drop that back heel and into warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. So these transitions are a little tricky, but you got this. My superstars. And we're going to revolve this warrior. So right hand up. Square the shoulders forward, pressing into those feet. And reaching that left hand to the inside of that right thigh. And really reaching through the right to extend. 1 more breath. And back to revolved. You got this. Coming into warrior 2. And archer. Reaching that right hand forward, draw that bow back. And release 2 more times. And draw, squeeze those shoulder blades. And release, last one. Draw it back. And release, reversing that warrior. Windmill the hands down. Frame that foot. And we're going to step up this time. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold, reverse swan. Reach it up and back. And hands to the heart, shake it out. Deep breath. And again, top of our space. 1 more breath in. And sigh it out. Let's do that 1 more time. And sigh. Let's balance on that left foot. And draw that right knee up to the belly. Flex that foot up and press that right sole away. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Drawing that knee in. We're going to bend the left knee and step back to warrior 1. So landing carefully and into warrior 2. Back into warrior 1. A little bit of a tricky transition. Flipping that back heel and tapping up to come back to that knee up to our belly position. We're going to do that one more time. Press that heel out. Knee into the belly. Bend that left knee, stepping back to warrior 1. Into warrior 2. Back to warrior 1. And get a little momentum going to bring that knee back up to your belly, hands to the heart, and dropping that foot down. Shake it out. Good job. Deep breath here. Other side. Bounce on that right foot, bringing that left knee up to the belly. Flex that foot and press the heel out and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bending the right knee and stepping back carefully to warrior 1. And coming into warrior 2. Switching back to warrior 1. And a little momentum, knee back up to the belly, hands to the heart. One more time, press the heel out. Bring it back in, bend that right knee, step it back. Warrior 1. And warrior 2. You got this. Back to warrior 1, little momentum. Knee back up to the belly, hands to the heart, and lower it down, shake it out. All right, excellent job. It is not an easy transition, but it's great for working our balance and our core strength, all of our strength, our entire body actually. 2 breaths here, deep breath. Sigh it out. One more time. And sigh. We're going to come into tree now. So lifting that right knee up to the belly. Let's press that right heel forward. Bring it back. Bend the left knee. We're going to come into warrior 3. So right heel back. Hands in front. Straightening that left leg. Really squeezing everything on the left. Bringing it back up to the belly. And opening that knee. Planting your tree on the right. Raising those branches. Once you feel steady, opening the heart. Maybe adding a little wind. It was really windy yesterday. Challenging our balance. And bringing it back to center. Back to the heart, knee up to the belly, and we're going to step it back for warrior 1. So bend that left knee, tap the toes down, and plant your warrior. Beautiful. And warrior 2. Reverse that warrior. And let's bring it right down into side angle. Reaching that arm, extending it. And here we're going to drop that left hand inside of the left foot. Separate the feet a little bit more and sink that hip. Reach the right arm up. Roll the heart toward the sky for extended side angle. And then right hand presses down and revolve to the left. Heel toe the left foot out to the side. Press both palms inside of that foot. Roll up the back heel and we're going to step up to garland pose, Malasana. On the right, so sinking that tailbone toward the earth, rolling that heart up toward the sky, and rocking side to side. Let's press those palms, toes forward, roll it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and fold, bend the knees, reverse swan. Reach it up and back. And hands to the heart, other side. Take a deep breath. And let it go. Balancing on the right foot. Left knee up to the belly. And press that left heel forward. Bring it back in. Bend the right knee into warrior three. Remember, you can skip anything or modify anything as you need to. And bringing it all back up to the front, opening that left knee and planting your tree. Once you feel steady, adding those branches and maybe a little bit of wind. One more breath here. Bringing it back to center. Knee back up to the belly. We're going to bend that right knee and step back for warrior one. And sink it low. And warrior two. Let's reverse that warrior. And then bring it right through warrior two into side angle. Extend it overhead. And then plant the right hand inside of the right foot. Separate the feet a little bit more and sink that hip. Reach that left arm up. Left hand to the earth. And rotate over to the right. We're going to bring both hands inside of the right foot. Heel toe that foot over to the side. And step the left foot up for garland pose. And rock side to side. Pressing the heart forward, tailbone down to the earth. And pressing the palms, toes forward, roll it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold again, half lift. And fold, move those feet closer together. One more time, inhale, lift, lengthen, and fold. Arms behind the legs. Fingers face the heels and really pull yourself in. You can bend those knees to get closer. And then as you sandwich, straighten those legs. And breathe here. One more breath. Hands on top of the feet, bend the knees and roll it up. Roll the shoulders. Reach it up and back. And hands to the heart, deep breath. So hopefully you did get a little sweaty today, but just sweaty enough. Not too sweaty, just perfectly sweaty, if that's a thing. We're gonna come sideways on our mat. Taking another breath. Hands on the hips. And coming into forward fold stance, you want your toes in and your heels out. Bending the knees gently, pressing the hips forward. Hands find the back pockets. And bending back into that back bend, walking the hands down the legs. Taking your time, working with your balance and your edge. And when you're ready, bringing it all back to center, tucking the chin, gaze forward. Deep breath. And hinging at the hips, pressing down into the feet. And we're going to have forward fold, flat back, all the way down. Once your head's dangling, bringing the hands under your face. Maybe separating the heels out a little bit more, toes in. Inhale, fingertips. And fold, reaching for those ankles. And drawing yourself closer to your shins. And breathing here. One more breath. And releasing hands underneath the face. Pressing into that right palm. Let's reach that left arm up. Really extend through the shoulders. And wrapping that arm around your back. Maybe finding that front right pocket. And release, extend, And then extend it toward me overhead. And release that hand to the earth, pressing that left palm. And rotate over to the right, reaching that right arm up. Really extend and wrapping it around the back. Finding that front left pocket. One more breath here. Release that arm, reach it up. Extend it overhead toward me. And release it to the earth. And pointing those toes out. Heels in. Let's bring our hands to center, coming up onto our fingertips. We're going to raise that left heel and lower it down. And right heel. And lower it down. And maybe we can raise both heels, sink down a little bit lower. And lower those heels. Trying to keep the torso still and just lifting up through the legs. Through those heels. 2 more times. This feels like a spider. And one more time. Shaky is okay. And lowering those heels. Toes in. Heels out. Hands on the hips. And pressing into the feet. Coming up with a flat back. And shake it out. Heel toe those feet in. Shake it out at center. Very nice. Coming into a seat at the top of our space. However you want to get there. And rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time, letting it all go once you get there. Bringing those knees in. Hug them into the belly. And rock side to side, just releasing that lower back. And pressing the heels by our bum, hands by our hips. We're going to press up into bridge, a counter stretch for our spine. So taking an inhale, lifting those hips up, squeezing those knees toward each other. And slowly lowering it all down. Inhale, lifting up. Squeezing, maybe lifting a little bit higher. And lowering it down. 2 more times, lifting up. This time coming up onto the toes as you reach the top. Keep lifting those hips, squeezing those thighs and those glutes. And lowering it down. Lower those heels. Again, pressing into the soles. Lift up and onto the toes. Rock it back even further. And lower it all down. Knees into the belly. Big hug. Rocking side to side. Let's cross those ankles and rock it up into a seated position. Turning forward on our mat. Easy pose. Hands on the knees. Roll the shoulders. Just going to release any tension in the neck. And bringing them to stillness, dropping the chin to the heart. And raising it up to the sky. Back to center, over to the right shoulder. Maybe adding that hand to the left ear. And release over to the left shoulder. And maybe adding that hand to the right ear. And dropping the hands onto the knees, roll the back away. Really bring those arms nice and long. And then roll it forward, press the heart through. Shoulder blades together. Round that back away, exhale. Inhale forward. And exhale back. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale forward. And exhale, round that back away. Coming back to center, inhale it up. Press the palms, weave the fingers, and palms toward the sky. Really lift through those arms, and we're going to twist it to the right. And through center and to the left. And back to center. Let's open up those feet. Roll those sits bones back and away from us. Inhale, lengthen. And we're going to forward fold here, sliding those fingers away, maybe reaching for those arches or those ankles, and lowering down, releasing that forehead. No tension in the neck. And press the palms under the shoulders. Come up halfway. We're going to walk it over to frame that right leg. Lift up, lengthen, and fold down over that shin. Shoulders are relaxed. And toes are pointing up toward the sky. Then coming onto the right forearm outside of your right leg, reaching up and over with the left. And roll your heart toward the sky. Press into the right palm. We're going to float it over to the left. Same thing, left arm outside of that left leg, reaching the right arm up and roll the heart toward the sky and reaching overhead. I just got a nice spinal adjustment. Very nice. And we're going to square over that left leg, lift up, lengthen, and fold. And dropping that forehead towards the shin. And breathing here. One more breath. And then lifting up, walking back to center. Lift halfway, lengthen and fold down again, reaching for those ankles or those arches if you like. You can roll on the forehead if your head reaches the earth. Then press the palms under your shoulders and walk it in. Feet together. Clasp the hands. Just butterfly those knees, pressing that heart forward, shoulder blades together. Coming to stillness, press that heart through, elbows back. And then roll the spine. Arms come nice and long, stretching the top of the shoulders, sides of the neck. And press it forward. Inhale, then exhale, roll it away. One more time. And roll it away. And then we're going to come back onto our back. Hands on top of the knees. And let's make circles here, massaging the back of the hips, that lower spine, and reversing those circles. And planting that left foot, crossing that right foot over. Inhale here, and then exhale, pressing that thigh away. Lifting that left thigh, giving it a big hug, squeezing it in. Both feet are flexed. And then raising that left foot up to the sky, reaching behind the calf or the ankle, drawing that foot even closer, shoulders down. And here, making ankle circles with the left. And reversing those circles. And curling those toes. Spread them wide. And then reaching forward inside that left arch, we're going to release our right foot and have a happy baby here. Opening that hip. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can straighten that right leg. And breathing. Crossing that left shin over the heart. Bringing the foot into your right elbow, hugging it in with the left. Shoulders down and relaxed. And no tension in that neck. The neck is nice and long. No compression in the front or the back. And release, tenting the right leg, crossing left over right. Take an inhale and then exhale, pressing that left thigh away. And lifting that right thigh up. Big hug here. Both feet are flexed. Squeeze it in. And reach that right foot toward the sky, grabbing onto the calf or the ankle. Draw that foot closer. And point the toes, shoulders down. And making ankle circles here. And reverse those circles. Curl those toes. Spread them wide. And reach for the inside of that right arch. Release the left foot down and have the happy baby on the right. Shoulder down and straighten that left leg. Feel a deep stretch in the front of your hip flexor on the left as well. And one more breath here. And crossing that right shin over the heart, planting the heel into the left elbow, wrapping your right arm around, big hug in. And just releasing the shoulders. One more breath. And releasing, grabbing onto the right arch, bringing that left foot in and grabbing to the left arch forward. Happy baby. And rocking it side to side, putting your shoulder blades closer together and pressing the small of the back into the earth. Just rock side to side. And coming to stillness, bringing those knees together, giving yourself a big hug. Lifting up, bringing the chin toward those kneecaps. And releasing, feet up to the sky for waterfall, flexing the feet and ankle circles. Reversing those circles. And here you can scissor the legs if you like. Just getting that circulation back to the heart where it started. And coming to stillness, bend the knees, airplane the arms out, dropping the knees over to the right and gazing to the left. The shoulders are relaxed and down. Check in with the shoulders. Just let it all go. Press those palms, roll it back through center and over to the left. Gaze to the right. One more breath here. And you get back up to center, hugging those knees in. Close. And releasing the feet down to the base of the spine. Knees drop out to the side. Pressing the palms inside of those thighs, opening those hips a little bit more. And here we're going to press our palms by our hips. We're going to come into bound bridge now. Pressing the soles of the feet together and down into the floor to lift the hips up. Maybe lifting those hips a little bit further and lowering it all down. 2 more times, raising it up slowly. This is working at those smaller muscles in the glutes to really lift and shape and strengthen and lower it all down slowly. 1 more time. Lift up those hips. Squeeze the feet together. And lower it all down. Bringing the knees together, heel toe the feet out to the side. Releasing the outer hip. And then heel toe those feet back together. Dropping the knees back out to the side, reaching up overhead, grasping opposite elbows, reclining bound angle. Deep breath here. And sigh it all out. Another deep breath. And sigh. One more time, deep breath in. And sigh. Just letting it all go, closing the eyes. Reconnecting with your breath, reconnecting with your intention. Did you achieve your intention today? Revel in that. Mentally patting yourself on the back for showing up on the mat today. That is the hardest pose. It's just showing up. And let everything go. Breathing in. Breathing out. And when you're ready, bringing those knees back together. Reach the arms up overhead, stretching those fingers away, and then legs nice and long, pointing those toes, stretching north to south. And then stretch just the right side. And then just the left side. And again, full body stretch. And release those hands down to your sides. Palms facing up, lifting up onto the elbows. Draw the shoulder blades closer together and drop it all down. Wiggle comfortably into your space. Bringing those feet wide. Let the toes flop out to the side. Maybe make some ankle circles here. If you have any tension there. Don't forget to reverse. And then releasing those feet, let everything relax. We're going to do 2 tension and release here. So once everything is relaxed, exhale. Let's inhale and squeeze everything tight. And release. One more time. Inhale, squeeze. And release, let it all go. Keeping those eyes closed. Feeling that earth supporting you. Making your way into Savasana. Breathing in and breathing out. Nothing else to do but to breathe and be. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. The divine light in me sees, honors, and bows to that same light in you. Namaste.